It's just Bruce. He don't bite. Hello.
Hey folks, welcome back to my channel, welcome to my shop. I'm Bruce, but y'all know that if you're following me around. It occurred to me, and a friend of mine brought it up to me, that I haven't done a viewer comment video since May of last year. You know, a lot's been happening over this past year, and so we're going to do the comment video today and see what people were saying to me and what I can say to people. I do keep up on the channel, but I haven't actually officially done a comment video, so let's do that and talk about what happened last year and catch up a little bit. All right, let's split the screen and get started. Okay, let's get started with comment number 1, and that is from Pamela Stevens from about 9 hours ago. And like I said, I've kept up on these, and I have tried to comment when I could, so you're going to see I've already answered them, but I haven't done a comment video yet. So Pamela Stevens from 9 hours ago. What is it? It's about the little tip I made about my reusable molding compound. Seems like that's one of the most popular videos I've ever done. She asks, can you use this with any clear epoxy resin? Also, can you use mica powder to color your resin? And I answered, I said, yes, of course you can. I tried a bunch of brands of clear resin, and they work just fine. Same with the mica powder. I think I did a video on using the mica powder. So yeah, go for it, Pamela, and wish you luck. Next comment is from Missy Royer, 14 hours ago. Seems like I've gotten a spike in my views over the past 24 hours. That's a good thing, though. The last video I did was cleaning your Oculus Quest and how to fix the blurriness for Gen Xers like me. She said, hey, good to see you. 51 years old. Oh, good for you. She's right behind me. Played my granddaughter's Meta Oculus last week. Okay, now that makes me feel old because I don't have grandchildren yet. But you go, girl. Beat Saber is amazing. Yes, it is. I play Beat Saber with my wife quite often, and I play with myself. Moving on. We added all kinds of our favorite music, and we get down. Ooh, get down. Get down on it. Get down on it. Missy Royer's getting down on it. Get down on it. Sorry. I'm just in a really good mood tonight, guys. I don't know why. It's been a hell of a week. Okay, we added all kinds of favorite music and we get down. Take some self-admin pain meds, sit in zone, then get in the game. Select your song on easy. That's great. Missy, good luck with that. Enjoy yourself because you only live once. And yes, I'm doing the same exact thing. I don't care how ridiculous I look playing the Oculus Quest. It's fun. And if it's fun, everybody knows me by now, I'll do it. Next question. 23 hours ago. Ruben Rule. Once again, guys, if you've ever seen one of my videos, I am terrible at pronouncing names. So if I mess it up, I mean no disrespect whatsoever. He had a pressure pot, that famous pressure pot video again. Great info. Thanks, man. You are quite welcome. Thank you for watching. Next one is another pressure pot video. Found your first video on Monday. Went and got a lid that had something they called Gamma Seal, and it's supposed to be alright to keep food fresh. If it's not, get a regular lid from I thought it said Acme Hardware. It says Ace Hardware. Okay, we're just going to skip over the pressure pot videos. I appreciate the comments. I really do, but it seems like that's all, because it's the most popular video on my channel. It just seems like it's all people want to talk about, and that's totally cool. I'm glad you want to talk about it. This guy's name is Chris Smith. And I can't help but wonder if it's from Smith Lore Creations. I don't know. Anyway, he did ask me that, and we have been having a hard time to find the lid for that. Cheating, got the valve stem, the screws together. Okay, yeah, I see what he did. Yeah, no problem. I replied to him. Any more questions, absolutely email me. Oh, yeah, this was today. He says to me, he says, General Customers, made my first set of dice using my pressure pot. Worked perfectly, no bubbles that I can see so far. That makes me happy because I did a tutorial a while back, my first time ever trying to make dice, because I wanted to see if I could do it. And mine came out not perfect, but first try is never perfect. So I'm glad it worked for him. Moving on, pressure pot video again. Dude, I think you just saved me a ton of time and money. Chris Smith once again. Thank you. Hope it works for you. Well, obviously it did if you did the dice. So good for you, man. Next question, another pressure pot comment. I mean, I appreciate them. Don't get me wrong, but they are getting old. Would this method work for dice cap molds, where the pressure pot is actually needed to make sure the resin cures correctly and not just for removing bubbles? I'm not really sure what you mean, so I would have to say that is out of my realm of expertise. So I hope you figure that one out. That Junkman's a good online buddy of mine. We kid each other around all the time. I did a video the other day using my Oculus where I put his face on an NPC and basically bitch slapped him. And it was funny. The game's called Drunken Bar Fight on Oculus Quest. And it's a lot of fun game. You basically just go in there and beat the shit out of people, bar fights and whatnot. Well, I put his face on one of the NPCs, and yeah, it was a joke. And I made a video about it, obviously. And it's nice to know he approves. It's good. It's good you can just joke around with somebody, without making somebody pissed off. So he says, I would never wear a sweater like that, and that's not me. That is some lookalike. Dang, I bounce when I hit water. Have to watch the video to see why, but nothing but respect for you, Junkman. I'm glad we can kid around with each other and just say messed up stuff about each other. He roasted me in one of his videos a while back, too. Moving on about the pressure pot again. Does anyone have a link to sort of bucket? We keep looking for the bucket. I've been over that a million times. Sorry. Wish I'd seen this before. Spent hundreds on the other method. Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully it works out. Do your best, man. Keep practicing, and you got it now. So that should save you some money. Try the reusable molding compound too to add to it. You'll save a ton of money. Another pressure pot. We're just going through. Another pressure pot. We're skipping it because I know I got a lot of comments to go through, so we're just going to skip a lot of them here. What's this one? Kenner Star Wars cardboard playset video I did. I did a video showing you how to make cardboard. Or I don't know if I was comparing or showing them because I did one of each. But he said, you're right. The price value is completely based on the seller and buyer. I believe I purchased a few items from you, and yes, they filled the gap in my Star Wars collection. Thank you for giving us repro Star Wars buyers a chance to add to our collection. Okay. My stuff's custom. It's not repro, except for that one thing. But, all right, cool. I'm glad you are getting good stuff. I don't know what video that is now, though. I thought it was the one where I showed you how to make a playset. I think I might just be comparing playsets. Not really sure. If I click on it, it's going to mess us all up. So, moving on. How to repair X-Wings. The X-Wing, Kenner X-Wings from the 80s and 79. The wings would break all the time. I did a video showing you how to repair it the way I do it, which there are better methods, but I didn't have the resources to do it. So Orion7319 asks, have you tried the baking soda and super glue trick to repair the wings? Tape the wings together on one side, use the super glue and baking soda on the other. Also, vitamin C removes rust instantly. Just crush up some vitamin C tablets, dissolve them in hot water, and pour them on the rust spots from the spring. I didn't know about the vitamin C thing, but the baking soda and super glue trick doesn't work. The baking soda actually breaks down the super glue. It might dry and hold for a little while, but it won't hold in the long term. So that's my opinion on that. Moving on, and there's my traditional text message whenever I'm making a video. Another name I can't pronounce. Was a pressure pot. We're skipping it. Another pressure pot question. I made a vacuum chamber out of a pressure pot, or not a pressure pot, a pressure cooker, excuse me. And, or was that? I don't know. Let's skip it. Oh yeah, that I told you how Junkman roasted me. Check this video out. It's me retaliating. I thought it was funny. Anyway, that Junkman saw it and he's like, okay, Carl with a K first. YouTube damn eyebrows cut. YouTube damn eyebrows cut. YouTube damn eyebrows cut. Second, This is hurting my brain. Okay, Carl with a K first. I'm thinking he said get those damn eyebrows cut. Yeah, I got some brows on me. Second, tube there is a rip in the fabric. I think it says I think there's a rip in the fabric of the universe. I'm going to write a book of how to translate when Junkman talks. So let's translate. I think there's a rip in the fabric of the universe in your basement. Your stuff seems to disappear halfway in the room. See, I don't got money for all those fancy cleaning supplies. I don't remember reading this. I must have been drunk when I replied. I don't got money for all those fancy cleaning supplies. That just a gimmick by corporations to get your money. And last, why is the soap tied to your hem with barbed wire? Who's Bob? Don't you got hands? I know what he's talking about, but you're gonna have to watch the video to figure it out. All right, Junkman. Moving on. Tori Evans, I remember that name. We have mentioned them before on the roasting video. Oh, he could have done better than that. Yeah, I talked to him. He was talking about Junkman's roast. Like I said, got to see the video. Yeah, I see him every once in a while on here. He seems like a cool person. Outpost 206 on. I did a video where I showed you how to cast a figure from start to finish. It's a quite long video, but people were wanting it, so I made it. And Outpost 206 says, for those who don't know, what he refers to as clear resin is epoxy resin. What he refers to as white resin is urethane casting resin. That's not completely accurate, but I'm just going to keep going. Lane Horsey about the pressure pot video. I mean, I'm happy you guys are watching the pressure pot video, but that was like 2 years ago. And I still get like so many views on it. If I'd have known it was going to be that popular, I would have made a better video. I might have like worn pants or something in the video. I don't know. Did you make a video about the reusable mold compound? I also was a chef. Well, good for you. And yes, I did make a video about my reusable molded compound. It is in my channel. And check it out. That Junkman again, he saw me building the figure. He was curious about how I do it. Yeah, great stuff, but I know that. No, I don't know that. That's why I like when people like my videos. Speaking of likes, like the video, please. It actually helps me out. I'm not asking for any money or anything from you guys. Just a quick like, maybe a share, subscribe, that kind of stuff. Another pressure pot video, skipping it. Another pressure pot, skipping it. The new one I did about VR gaming from a Gen Xer's point of view, because I am a Gen Xer. And basically just my first thoughts on getting my first Oculus Quest. Not quite Gen X, but my parents, DM Deal. I wonder if he means dumb deal. Well, we're going to call him DM Deal, because I don't know. I'm not quite Gen X, but my parents are, and I was still born pre-internet. It's bad. I was thinking I'm stillborn premature. That's horrible. Wow, I'm a dick. Starting over. I'm not quite Gen X, but my parents are, and I was still born pre-internet. That wasn't around until I was about 10. I grew up on arcades and retro video game consoles, starting to like this guy. Still on my NES, SNES, Sega Genesis. I will still to this day play those games. Still love all those games. Still play them regularly. Good for you, man. But these days, I'm also heavily into VR. Though while amazing, is honestly still in its infancy. A lot of room to grow. Oh, I totally agree. I mean, I'm a Star Trek fan too. And they had the holodecks and everything like that. I think someday we're going to be there. You didn't walk into a holodeck with a big thing around your face. I saw a video earlier today of the origins of VR. And it actually goes all the way back to the 60s. Which surprised me because I didn't know that. But yeah, the government corporations or whatever, the big companies, had actually been working on VR back then. And the apparatus they would wear was as big as a garbage can around your head. It was so heavy that it had to be suspended from the ceiling. And I just saw the whole evolution of it all the way up until the Quest 2. And it was really amazing. I wish I had a link. If I find a link, I'll put it in the description. But knowing me, I'll forget about it because I'm a dumbass. But I totally agree. I mean, if technology has come this far in my lifetime, imagine what it's going to be like in the next, after I'm... I guess I won't be here to see it, but I can only imagine. Amazing. To make sure these are on the actual camera screen, because I didn't really notice. Okay. Same video. Quest 2s have a $340 sale on this holiday, and it comes with Beat Saber and Resident Evil 4 for free. Still too much money. I bought my used Quest 1. I'm going to use that until the Quest 2s come down. Then I'll buy one of those probably when the Quest 3s come out. Like I said, it's new to me, and that's all that matters. But thanks for the tip. And I never said I'm actually going to pay for these games. Just saying. He left another comment. Kinemania? Kindamania? I don't know. Kind of cool name. The Climb 2 lets you go rock climbing, something dangerous that I wouldn't dare do in real life. I've been rock climbing. Scary. Don't want to do that in VR. Maybe other people do. You have your bucket list. People want to go skydiving, skiing, different things that they can't do. Rock climbing's not on the list for me. Viper J talking on my VR gaming for Gen X here. Sorry about my loss. Yeah, my Doggy Buster, who's been in videos before. I guess I haven't said this before. We had to put Buster down before Christmas. He got old and had all kind of problems. Basically lymphoma. And he didn't make it till Christmas. So it was actually before Thanksgiving. I just haven't talked about it. But anyway, thank you, Viper J. And he says, I should try Saints and Sinners and bowling golf pool. I have a bowling game, I have a golf game, and I have a pool game. Saints and Sinners, I was looking at it, but I didn't like the price. And, I'm kind of cheap, so maybe someday. Kooky 425, same video. Beat Saber is fun. Yes, it is. I even have the one with the custom songs on it that, you're not supposed to have. But since my toy company is actually a registered thing, it was easy for me to get a developer's license, so I'm one of the guys that won't get busted. Moving on about reusable molding compound. Laura Hamilton. You don't need to add half cup cold water. I mixed the glycerin and jello together first in 2 cups of boiling water. No clumps. It turned out perfectly. Appreciate that. I have my way. You have your way. They both work, and that's all that matters. Like I said, though, when I did that video, it came out clumpy. I've made this a dozen times. It's never come out clumpy. But the one time I do a video, that's when it comes out clumpy. Reusable molding compound. Lots of good ideas from Meryl Albury. Sorry, I went away for a little bit. Lots of good ideas. Thank you. I'm not sure what video. It's just something about the reusable molding compound. It's a different one, though. What about serving a small battery up with stewer? More pressure pot. Karen videos. Haven't heard from that video in a while. I subscribe because of the video. I'm with you 100% on your take on sovereign citizens. I have a private Facebook justice group where I sometimes share videos that highlight sovereign nonsense. I have your video in the featured section. Ooh, well, that's probably why people are watching it. Thank you for that. It's the first video that people see when they visit this private group where only members can view posts. Good video. Thank you for your commentary. Thanks. I was just messing around, but I had learned about the sovereign citizens through watching Karen videos, which I watch them all the time because I think they're hysterical. So I made a video just basically making fun of them, and then I hear about the sovereign citizens. And what you have to realize about the sovereign citizen videos is those people, and they're not even necessarily sovereign citizens. They're trying to get on their YouTube channel so they get more hits, and so they do crazy nonsense. So people watch and then they get a little money. I get a little tiny bit of money for my videos. I don't ask you guys for money. I don't have a Patreon. I don't do the super chat thing. But I get a little tiny bit of money. In 3 months, I might get enough money to buy a case of beer. So just to let you know how much money I actually get from but I don't ask for donations. I don't need them. I do this because it's fun. And I might go on hiatus for 6 months and not do a video and then do like 5 videos in a day. It's just me. But yeah, that's why I did that video. I do think as a whole, it's stupid. The country is what the country is right now. We have to follow the rules, and I think everybody should follow the rules. I'm not going to make this political. Moving on. I did a quick thank you a while back. I don't remember exactly when I did that video, but love your casting 101 video. It's really informative. Quick question: you mentioned being a chef. Is this experience what let you come up with your casting formula? No. I actually learned how to do that from a guy I used to work with. He was doing it a little bit differently. I kind of fiddled with the recipes, make it a little more softer, because I knew the first use if anybody's made this compound, the first use, it's very soft and pliable, and it's a little hard to work with. That's why I tell everybody put it in the refrigerator. But after you use it, reheat it and use it 4 or 5 times, his was just so unpliable that it was just easily to break and rip. After you use mine for a couple times, it still stays soft, and you can work with it better. So it's kind of a combination between that guy and me. That's where I come up with it. No chef skills involved, I guess. How to use the molding compound, energy seeker. So no release spray needed then. It's the same as silicone, but that is reusable. Nice. Yes, I don't use the release spray on that, and the reason being I'll make it quick. Every mold I make, I just destroy when I destroy the mold when I take the figure out, because I like to use a fresh mold each time. It just ensures that my figures come out, as close to perfect as they can. Because I'm selling these to people. I want to make sure they get the best figure possible. If it's just hearing me doing it from home for myself, I'll reuse a mold here and there if it survives the first casting. So yeah, that's that. 2 months ago, any chance you have a video showing how to customize the lid? No, the lid's been a problem going on. Read the rest of the comments, and there was some guy that found a lid, and he did post on there. I just saw it earlier today when I was skimming through comments. So go back to the video and read the comments, and maybe you can get the link off him. I wish I had a better answer. I'm not trying to sound like a jerk. Back when I got threatened by that eBay guy the first time. We're not reading people's names. And okay, for the record, since you can already see it on the screen, it was not this person. It was not him. That's not the name, any name that came up when I researched Tracy IP and all the other crap that I did. I don't know why a guy would say that. I reviewed Rob Zombie's Monsters and Hocus Pocus. Watch the video, see my opinion on both those movies. This guy M. Ross says maybe it could be a girl too, you never know. It looks like, I can't see the icon, I'm old. It looks like, I don't know, this person. Maybe they'll make Count have the title of Grandpa if there's a sequel and Eddie is born. I had COVID when I made that, I think. I don't know. Long story short, both those movies were very disappointing to me. Oh, no, I'm sorry. No, I liked Hocus Pocus. I'm thinking of the Halloween Ends. I hated Halloween Ends. I don't know if I did a video on that or not. I think I made one, but I don't remember if I uploaded it. And the Monsters just sucked. Okay, Pedro Lopez. Another pressure pot. Keep going. Another pressure pot. Okay, when I restored my Millennium Falcon. And I think it says a custom one in it too. This is a fun video, actually. Is there any reason why you didn't fix the yellowed plastic? Yes, I prefer it to look still played with and vintage. I don't want my own personal collection, which is what this is. I want it to remember the war I put it through when I was a kid. So those little marks add character in my mind. If I was restoring it to sell or restoring it for a person and they wanted me to do it, yes, I could have de-yellowed it very easily. Time consuming, but I could have done it. My own personal one, I chose to keep the damage on there. So, thanks for asking, though. Why not use a mixer to get the lumps out? My mixer's too high powered and it would beat too many bubbles into it. The bubbles would eventually come out, but I'm always in a hurry in case you can't tell. One of my cooking videos, Tasty Tuna Melts. They're really good tuna melts, too. If you like to cook, check this out. I'm not even doing that for hits. It's honestly like the best tuna melt I've ever made or had. I love the tuna salad I put in there, even just eating it plain. That Junkman again. I thought this was going to be an Akbar video because tuna, Admiral Akbar, if you're a Star Wars fan. I was going to make a calamari joke, but yeah. How to card your own action figures. That Junkman, again. Okay, easier than I thought. Now he needs a printer. Yeah, he wanted to make a card for something, I forgot what, and he asked me. I'm like, just watch my video, man. So I watched it and left that comment. It's very easy to make your own card backs for action figures. It really is. And there have been people that go through. I have 2 videos on there how to card your own action figures. Make sure if you're going to watch it, watch the newer one because it's actually better than the first one, even though the first one has more hits. But I get a lot of people on there saying, no, that's not how you do it. Yeah, that's how you do it. Been doing it for about 6 years now. Think I'm good. And they say, oh, you don't have the real bubbles. I don't want the real bubbles. I'm not trying to create something that can be passed off as fake. So, just watch the video. It's a whole controversy that I don't feel like dealing with. Next, Karen videos. Still just as bad even now. Yep. There's still people out there doing the Karen videos, the fake bullshit, the setups in stores, messing with innocent people just to get the clicks on YouTube. It's a shame. Budman160 on my tuna casserole. Looks great. He's going to make it. Hope he did. I wish he'd have come back and said he liked it or, made it or, I don't know, maybe got him food poisoning. You never know. Chris Turnbull. Turnbull. All right, Chris Turnbull. Reason I want to compound. Hi, brilliant video, but can you make a smaller pressure pot, or is that the only size it works on? I found out that the smaller the pot, the better it works. I started with 3.5 gallon. That's what I use, 3.5 gallon bucket, and it works good for me. If I went above a 3.5 gallon bucket, it didn't work. But 3.5 gallon, I tried a smaller one. It was a 1 gallon bucket, and I made something really small in it as a test. I think I made dice in it. I can't remember exactly what I made in, but it came out great. Yeah, it came out great. So yeah, go for it. This is one night I was just making a random video. Is it legal to record on people on video for Karen? I can't see the whole title. Basically, I was just wondering if it is legal to photograph and videotape people in public when they're being a Karen. And the answer is yes, by the way. Anytime you're in public, there's a few exceptions with a right to privacy, like a bathroom or a dressing room, courthouse, hospital, different things like that. And anyway, Seamus O'Gill. That is a great Irish name. I'm really surprised that if someone says, don't record me, you can't record them. I'm really surprised that if someone says, don't record me, you can't record them. No. That's not true. I think he misunderstood what I said. Some states this is true, but I'm curious, what if someone was a witness protection program? Surprised this isn't protected. He's right and wrong at the same time. It is legal to record anybody in public. They can't do anything about it. They can't tell you. Now, if you're doing it for money, if you're making a movie, there's a Screen Actors Guild Union and things like that to take into consideration. But for actually just throwing it up on YouTube, surprisingly, they can record you anywhere in public. And that hasn't changed. I live in Pennsylvania. That's the way it is here. Well, obviously, there are like rights of privacy places, like a bathroom, like I said before. Witness protection program. Guess what, bud? If you're in public, can't do it. It's a courtesy. I mean, if somebody actually was in a witness protection program, I wouldn't be a dick and do it. But let's face it, nowadays, everybody's a dick. More pressure pots. More reasonable. Let's skip over that, too. Kenner. Millennium Falcon again. So I'm like so far behind on these. A lot of love and hard work have paid off. Great video. Well, thank you, Bantha Poodoo. They've been in and out of here a lot too, in comments and stuff. So thank you for sticking around with me. Here's the original How to Card Your Action Figures. This is the one I got a lot of crap from. I think it was just like 2 guys. But, oh wow, I cannot say that name. El Jabaro Captain Wepa. El Jabaro. Okay. You could see it. You figure it out. Love it, bro. Was breaking my head on how am I going to get a vacuum form to make the blisters, but this is much easier. Those are those, the bubbles I told you about, and you can see on there what I use. Yeah, I wasn't even going to mess with vacuum forming the blisters. That's above my skill set. Okay, oh, this is an older video. Why are the Power of the Force 2 figures so unpopular? Zabu T. I have most of the vintage I had as a kid in 78. Me too. I've lost some figures over the years, but I still have all the original guns and accessories. Well, good, because if they're the 70s version, they're going to be worth a lot, especially with the guns and the accessories. You know, the original Princess Leia gun from the first 12 can go from $50 to $100 just for the gun. So, yeah, hold on to those. Or sell them. Yeah, I don't care. Reasonable molding compound. How to fix vintage Star Wars toy motors. Like the ones that are in the X-Wings and the Kenner ships. That's a good video. I think I'm the only one that actually took one apart online and showed you how to fix it. It looks tough, but it's really not. Anyway, Vintage Worldwide Collectibles said, nice job. Can you tell me what gauge wire they used and the RPMs of the motor? Thanks. I don't know. I don't know. I told him no idea. I really don't. I'm sorry. I wish I did. I just know it worked. More compound. Here's chicken fried steak and chicken fried steak and country gravy recipe cooking video. Well, you wouldn't understand this if I read it. You have to watch the video. At first, I thought it was a rude comment, but then in context with the video, it was actually a very nice comment. So, yeah, check out the video. I think we're going to wrap it up for pretty soon. More pressure pots. Top 10 dumb things from my childhood. I did that a while back. This guy says, it actually was kind of to me it was funny, but then again, everything I do is funny. LZ870, not gonna lie, I enjoyed this video more than I expected. Hope you're doing well. Seems like you turned out pretty good, all things considered. Yeah, my life's pretty good. Thank you, LZ. Good to see you back. Good to see you're doing well. Appreciate that. Okay, I'm going to do one more and then we're done. This one's actually, it's a long one. Sorry, but it's the last one we're going to do. So, I need a drink here to wet my whistle. All right, this is a pressure pot follow-up video, which means this person watched both videos. And this is Deegan777. And they say, I bet the people that were mad at you and made an issue are the guys who made them professionally and distribute them, or the sucker who paid $300. Now, where that's coming from is I had a lot of negative comments on there saying, oh, you can't do that, it doesn't work. Well, I'm here to tell you it does work. I've used that pressure pot over 100 times, and once you get used to it, it works each and every time. And because you both have one that costs $11, or smugly priced nitpick over the dangers of doing that. I did say in the follow-up video that it was a little bit dangerous. You know, we're going out of the box right now. We're trying to do it the cheapest way possible. These people that talk trash probably look for their recipes for old pressure pots. Me saying, if it works, try it, and if you get hurt, you are the only one to blame. That's pretty much what I say. I'm sure he doesn't have toddlers running around 100% tested it while no one home or not to come downstairs. No, I don't have toddlers running around. And anytime I did use or test this, I was completely by myself or outside whenever I actually exploded the darn thing, which I wanted to see what pressure it would explode. I should have made a video about that. Thank you for the video. I have a vacuum changer, 5-gallon, but I'm really interested in the difference it makes. I know the pros and they're hella cheap to make, and you can work on more pieces if you have more rows or 3. Okay, he's talking about having a vacuum chamber. Honestly, my opinion right now is a vacuum chamber is better and safer than a pressure pot, especially made the way I do it. Continuing. Buy a metal ammo box and they come sealed, and you can buy them all day at surplus stores and have a bunch and share it. Share it will stand the test. The rubber seal might need to be modified a bit, but I don't know. Tomorrow I will find out. Thanks to the video. If you wrapped Gorilla Tape around it a few times, that would surely help with safety issues. Honestly, dude, there's so much wrong with that. It's just completely unsafe. I mean, try it, but make sure you're in a safe environment to try it. Anything involving duct tape and high pressure is not good. So, with that, let's go to the outro. I've been talking long enough. We'll go to the outro. So yeah, that is my catch-up video for January 2023. Wanted to talk about last year a little bit longer, but I realized I made this video way too long, like I always do. If you're still around, well, I'm glad you're still here. And like and subscribe. And I'll make another video where I'll go over the happenings of last year. Maybe it'll be a little shorter. I do like to touch base with my viewers when they leave comments, though. It's highly appreciated on my side. It's just nice to know people care, you know. It encourages me to keep doing what I'm doing. And even though what I'm doing lately is all over the place, I mean, I got the Star Wars stuff, I got the cooking videos, I got the Carl videos, I got these talking videos, I have a few depression videos in there too, which I'm actually fine right now. Things have been really good when it comes to that, so I hope you guys are doing good too. I just have all kinds of stuff that I do. And that's kind of what my channel's become. It's like a plethora of all different kind of things. I think, and right now I'm into the Oculus Quest VR and messing with Junkman. Like I said, I call him like an online friend. I've never met the guy in real life, but we've been kidding around with each other for a couple years now, and it's fun. So anyway, tune in next time, see what kind of weird stuff I do then. Thanks for tuning out. I'll see you next time.